bringing that energy into my body and just recognizing what my body's feeling at this moment is quite a powerful practice. And feeling your feet on the ground, and then feeling your feet, some people even take off their shoes, socks, walk outside, walk in nature, have the earth sort of be a part of them, and feel as if the energy is actually traveling through them into the earth, and then from the earth it comes, or from the sky then it comes back into them, and it's almost like this cycle, this energetic cycle. And that can be fairly powerful too. And it's really, to me at least, and sort of like I'm opening up this other sense, and in a way, that's exactly what we're doing, and opening up even the body's sort of allowance of connecting with that energy field and being aware of that connection. And then as soon as we're aware of that connection, it almost seems as if then the sensory organs sort of get activated, like feeling the energy from the moon. Right. Some people may hear that and be like, that's crazy. Right. Others who have had that experience might be like, oh, that's amazing. Right. We have entire bodies of water that feel the energy of the moon. It is a very powerful, even from a physics perspective, gravitational object that is affecting, our oceans and our lakes, and even the fluid systems within our own body that we are still discovering and don't know about those fluctuations, or some may have intuitions about it. And when we activate those organs, then when we activate that awareness, when we activate those sensory, now it's like there's that aspect of increasing that sensory awareness, which again, it's all energy, sort of opening up to that energy, and then getting actually better at learning how to modulate it, right? Do you want to be connected to that all the time? Is there like a little valve that you can, yes, right now I want to be connected to that. No, right now my son is talking to me and I need to focus on it, and I recognize that the moon is over there and it's giving me information, but I need to, like, my son is telling me something really specific that's happening at school, right? I need to focus on that. And so we want to be able to modulate that, right? As opposed to like, mom, or, dad, like, what are you doing? Right. Oh, I was connecting with the moon. Well, I know, but I need lunch, right? You're like, oh, that's right. Yep, that's right. I got to feed you. Yeah. So there's, to me, it's sort of like there's this fun. It's like, yes, we can open up to that. And if we do so, because that sounded very grounded, and you're able to do that. We do it groundedly. And then we learn how to modulate it. We then, as it opens up, then we learn how to modulate that and go with it, right? Live with it, experience it, have it be a part of us, if we want, and not have it either overtake us or overwhelm us, which it can. But I think a lot of these practices actually of finding your breath, doing all the meditation practices that we've gone through can really be helpful. Like what was mentioned is essentially, coming back to it, and hearing it a different time, possibly in a different perspective, with a different mindset, and with a different set of practices under your belt, and seeing how that resonates with you. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are the basics. Those are sort of the basic fundamentals of mindfulness. And when I do this in terms of large groups, and businesses, and other physicians that we do this with, because we try to prevent burnout and things like that. The first thing that people say is, I can't practice mindfulness because if I try to even pay attention to anything, I just recognize how I can't focus on something. I can't choose to focus on something because there's so much else in my mind that comes up that I can't, it's like you tell me to focus on my breath, but I'm thinking about the thousand other things that I have to do in my life, and this is a waste of time. And all I do is I get agitated, like I want to leave, right? You're telling me to sit here for 10 minutes, and yet I have 1,000 things I have to complete. Some of us need that like physical discomfort. My dad would probably think that we're crazy. He's 90 years old, right? He's turning 90 years old. He's like, look, you just must be with your breath. I traveled with him and I was watching him. He does this thing and he's so peaceful and he sits, right? Even if he's in a car, he sits, he puts his cane down, and then he closes his eyes. And he just goes into his like space, and then I'm telling him about sweat lodges and putting yourself in uncomfortable, and he just says wait, he's like, it's a waste of time. I go, I know, but for me no. No. Many years ago, I had absolutely no felt sense in my body, like zero. And we even did this exercise where you would walk across the room, and we would take videos of people walking across the room. And when you took a video of me walking across the room, there was literally energetically, and you watched it energetically, there was a head walking across the room, there was a torso walking across the room, and there were legs walking across the room, but there was no connection between the body parts. Zero. Like those funny Halloween cartoon characters that are like skeletons, and their head can be displaced over here, but yet they're still kind of, it's like they're connected by like a very fine line. I kid you not, that energetically was like what I looked like. And 100, 99.9999999% of my energy was in my head. I entered my head entered the room first, right? And then like my feet were like, they were like back here, and my head was, I was like, oh, here's my body, and I suffered a lot of back pain, a ton of back pain. I had more back pain in my 20s than I do now. And so I had no feeling in my body, none, zero, zip. And slowly with those practices, and that's why I mentioned them all, that's why I think it's so powerful to hear is with bodies and saunas and healing touch and mindfulness and yoga, and just the combination of things, right, where you're starting to learn how to shift your attention or place your attention in different places, right? When somebody would said, put your attention in your feet, it's like I didn't even, I was trying to figure out what that even meant. So that's why we try to, in the practices that we do here, we try to really kind of take a big umbrella approach, and some of the practices you might find to be simple, some of them you might find to be challenging, but we try to do a lot of different practices that sort of encompass all those body parts and mental activities as well as physical activities. I think that's why conscious parenting and conscious teachers and things like that, having increased understanding of the body and how the body holds emotions, how the body holds trauma, how the body responds, how the body is absent, the mind might be there as best it can, but the body's absent, et cetera, et cetera. All those are, I think, really important in terms of recognizing the upbringing of each individual child and how they're going to respond to a certain exercise, and then how to help that child or adult start to feel again. And so, that's really important, which is why we start with resource. That's sort of my basic is, where you are, find a resource. You might not even be able to close your eyes first, right? Find a space that you feel that you can be, that's semi-safe, right? That's it. So that to me is sort of like step number one. Because if I don't find if I don't find a space, even in my home or my office or my room, that I feel like I'm safe, my nervous system is going to be activated. There's going to be a certain activation of that nervous system. I'm going to be in the sympathetic. I'm not going to be able to take deep breaths. I'm going to be tense, et cetera, et cetera. So, that's why if you listen to a lot of my previous talks, or, step number one, it's like, look, it might take you 5 years to find a resource, 10 years to find a resource, but find it. Go look, right? And that might take practice. It might be putting yourself in unknown situations or places, in your head, in your attention, where you're directing your attention, in your home. Maybe it's even outside. Like there's no place inside that you feel safe, and it's actually on the sand at a beach, or on the mountain top somewhere, or in a field, wherever it is. So to me, it's sort of like, before you do any of these practices, because we all kind of come from different walks of life, and we've all had different traumatic experiences or accidents or injuries, or, whatever it is, abuse, we start with the resource, and whatever that might be, and then go from there. And so when we're born with it, and then it goes away, and then it's either parents or teachers or our own responsibility to try to reconnect with that. And I think that's can be a beautiful journey. Okay, there's a lot on my YouTube channel, in terms of prior ones. There is also recordings on mindfulness of thought, sensations, emotions. Should we do a short practice today? Let's do a short practice. Okay, so let's find a comfortable posture. A posture you feel relaxed yet alert. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable closing your eyes. If not, having a soft downward gaze. And taking 2 or 3 deep breaths. And allowing your breath to disperse through your body, your entire body, bringing oxygen to all your cells. And with each exhale, releasing any stress or tension that you may be holding in your body, even if it's just the intention of releasing. And then breathing regularly at whatever pace works best for you. And bringing your attention to your body, and just allowing your body to be fully supported by whatever surface you're on. If you're on a chair or a couch, if you're laying down, just allowing your body to be supported. like you can just let go or release that bit of tension holding. And now bringing your attention to your feet and noticing the sensations in your feet in this moment. Are they cool, warm? Do you notice tingling? Any pain, discomfort? Even if there's a vague sense, whatever it is, simply notice it. Asking yourself, what do I notice when I pay attention to my feet? Is the energy balanced, or does one side feel more than the other? Just simply noticing that. Bringing your awareness up to your legs, your knees, noticing any sensations coming from your knees. Moving up your hips, your pelvis. Just noticing any sensations coming from those body parts. Not trying to correct or change anything. Just noticing. If you wish to say hello to any of those body parts, just saying hello. I see you. Maybe even sending some love or gratitude. And from your pelvis into your belly, your abdomen, all your organs. Just noticing any sensations coming from your belly, your organs in your belly, your stomach, your intestines, your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas, your reproductive organs. Just energetically connecting in with them, saying hello. From your belly, moving through your diaphragm to your lungs and heart, Your heart pumping all the blood through your body, retrieving all the blood, sending it to your lungs to oxygenate, all working in harmony. This perfect, harmonious being. Delivering oxygen, nutrients to all the cells in your body. All the organs working so well. And from your chest into your spine, your back, saying hello to your back, sending it love and gratitude for all it does throughout the day. Just noticing the sensations that come from it. If you notice any emotions, simply allowing them to be. Moving into your upper back and your neck, your shoulders and down your arms into your hands. Noticing any sensations coming from your hands, any energy, cool, warmth, tingling, numbness. Just saying hello to your hands. As they do so much work for us during the day. Sending love and gratitude to our hands in whatever shape they are. Moving into our neck. Releasing any tension we may feel in the neck or shoulders, into our jaw, our face, our forehead, the back of our head, our eyes, our tongue, our ears. Relaxing any part of our face that feels tense. Noticing any sensations coming from our face. Now bringing our attention to our whole body. Our whole body from head to toe and beyond. Breathing into our whole body. Feeling the energy of the entire body as a whole. Connecting with the universe. Each each breath, breathing in and breathing out. Allowing our entire body to feel the breath coming in. Feel the breath coming out. Inhaling, we feel our body alive. Exhaling, we feel our body alive. And just noticing your body breathing. And with that, as we bring this meditation to a close, noticing your body in this moment, breathing, and just seeing if throughout your day you can notice your body breathing, your whole body breathing. And even if you need to take deep breaths, taking 2 or 3 deep breaths and really feeling your body breathing. As you slowly open your eyes, as you reorient yourself to your room, still feeling your body breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Stretching or moving if you feel like you need to stretch or move in any way, shape, or form that is authentic to you. And reflecting on your practice today.